plan to articulate and try to capture what Shaunie's excitement was about 45 minutes ago when we were talking about the Knicks. That actually, I warned him that his excitement was going to upset some other Knicks fans because there are Knicks fans, look, it's already bad enough that I'm like, yo, my Knicks, that's already bad enough.
But, Ebro, you're trolling.
But it's doubly bad that Shaunie's been, this morning at least, after the Knicks are now up 2-0, going, let's go!
That's what I'm saying.
Like he's standing outside the garden and going crazy with his Knicks jersey on.
And he's not trolling. Like, it's not a joke. This is 100%.
Well, hang on, Shaunie. I'm trying to help you, Shaunie. Once again, here I am. I'm going to try to help.
I'm sitting back.
So I warned him. I said, listen, man, there are Knicks fans that, they already have to tolerate my nonsense. You're not being helpful. And they go through this topsy-turvy life of the Knicks and have done it their entire life. Shaunie was like, did you know that the Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973? It's been like 51. I was like, Shaunie, yes, I was like, Shaunie, if you don't stop.
I'm like, I looked it up yesterday.
You looked it up? Yeah. Yo, hit the button, yo. Why did you say that, man? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
Looked it up yesterday.
Shaunie.
I was like, yo, that's when hip-hop.
Look, he's still going. He's still going. And I'm like, Shaunie, don't say this. There's people who live this for Knicks fans. They hear this all the time. Like, they don't need you coming in, trying to update people of the past that it's covered every year. How long
Shaunie,
it's been
even
at the
if
Knicks.
you were a casual, even if you were like what they call a casual, knowing 73 would be nothing. That's the most casual.
Basic.
That's a layup.
Yeah, you then jump in height, and you're like, I'm beyond casual. I just floated in and showed up.
And
like,
I had to. No, but wait, he had to look it up. This has been discussed on this program. Anytime the Knicks have been anywhere near anything, this has been discussed for the last time.
Actually been. I'd like to know how long it's actually been.
Because all I knew, I didn't know the number. All I knew is it's been a very long time. You know what I'm saying? It's been an extremely long time. So let me look up exactly how long.
Yo, Shaunie, man.
51 years.
Yo, if the voting thing wasn't enough, here we are. This is, hit the button, Shaunie. I really didn't want you to chime in this segment because I didn't want people to come for you more.
Ebro was trying to help you.
I was going to take all the heat and just paint the picture and then hit you with the button. And then Cash One, who was such a Knicks fan, so emotionally tied to Knicks, and someone who also plays basketball.
And quit. So emotionally tied that I couldn't do it.
I was just about to say, he was like, I cannot do this any longer as an adult. I have to protect my peace.
Wait, but hold on. What is that? Speaking of which, Ebro, where are you at right now, Cass?
I'm just watching, and I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for the team, bro. I'm happy for the team.
Shaunie's more excited than Cass.
He is.
I am.
But Ebro, you know why? Because
I know the heartbreak.
Cass decided to get out a couple of years ago and root for the Lakers. Let's not forget. Hit the button, bro.
Absolutely.
Hit the damn button.
Absolutely.
Of all the times to get out.
Going to the other side.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. Well,
Come back, Cass.
The Lakers are geographically the other side, but competitively it's not really the other side.
Yeah, I tried to go as far as I possibly could. That's what it was. I just got to get out of here. I got to go as far as I possibly could.
The other side would have been like him going to the Sixers or the Celtics or the Nets.
The Lakers are on the other side of good right now, though. They are on the other side of good.
Yeah,
that exit they took this year was woof.
This year. It's been a couple of years.
Well, at any rate, Cash, you said you had some questions to further emphasize, or at least Griff said you had some.
But my question became null and void when he said he looked up 73. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what I asked now. I was like, wait, you looked up. I was going to ask him, like, Shaunie, do you know what does the name Charles Smith mean to you?
Charles Smith?
Yes.
What are you doing?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it means nothing to him.
It means nothing to him.
I'm like, I know a Charles Barkley. I know a Smith.
But exactly, that's what
Charles Smith. Like, no.
I know a Smith. What does that mean?
Ebro, just to say, my questions after his 73 look up, it doesn't even matter what I'm going to ask. It doesn't even matter.
I'm just saying, I'm always hyped for New York.
Right.
Being
right.
born and
So,
bred in
Shaunie,
New
if you're
York.
gonna look something up, look up Charles Smith right now while
Charles
we continue
Smith.
this segment.
And look up.
I mean, this
look and then look up Reggie Miller, the New York Heartbreak, and then look up.
I know Reggie Miller,
Look up.
Pacers.
Yeah, but you don't know what happened.
The
I guarantee you,
Heartbreak.
you don't know what happened. And then look up John
But you-
Starks,
Starks.
San Antonio Spurs. No, sorry, Houston Rockets. That's great.
Houston
That's a great
Rockets,
time.
yeah.
That's a great
I
time.
definitely been in and out. Sprewell. Sprewell.
Yo,
man.
yo, try, no, I'm
No,
trying.
no,
we're
that-
now we're trying to help him cover his bases. So if this comes up again, he could talk like he knows.
He's giving you things to go look up.
Yeah, so you could be like, yo, remember the time?
And so full disclosure, earlier we did discuss that the reason Shaunie is really here, just to give him some cover, is because his son, who is now 16, Jaja
That's right.
16,
16.
is a super basketball fan.
His whole life.
And now has been living with Shaunie for what, the last
3 years.
3
When he
years.
started high school, yeah.
And so they're watching the game together.
Yeah.
And so this big moment is a big father-son moment, which you haven't had.
He's been.
I love that.
Awesome.
So-
prior
That's
to that,
great.
I wasn't
Love
watching
that.
with anybody. I was, like I said, in and out. And I watched
Right, so to give Shaunie some cover, that's
all
also
tonight.
This is more about, I think, while yes, he's excited because he watches playoff basketball annually and kind of pays attention, he's more into it because he's having a father-son moment that he's never had before.
It is true. It is true. It is true. Like we
But
watched
Ebro,
the
that
game
is
together.
but he does, even if you recall like a week ago, Shaunie goes so hard when he jumps into the playoffs from not watching 1 minute to watching every minute of every night.
I love it.
And this,
yeah.
and this is every sport. This
Did,
is not just
did everyone
basketball.
see that I
True.
tried to help Shaunie and then Rosenberg
Just
wanted
now.
to turn the knife a little bit more?
Well, it's not
Thank
even
you.
like
Everybody
there's
saw-
like,
I tried to
It
end
is
it on
what it
a
is.
warm and fuzzy to help Shaunie. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. I saw that. That
And
was
Rosenberg
really
was
warm
like,
and fuzzy.
nah.
He's like, well, let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
every day is because he'll come in last night and be like, "Yo, did y'all see the Oklahoma City Thunder game? Yo, I didn't know they had a team in Oklahoma City. That's crazy."
Yo, OKC smashed the Nuggets last night. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was like 130.
They was up 80 something at half.
Yeah.
Like 80s. It was up like 40 points at halftime or something.
Yeah. But nah, big up to my son for contributing to that. He been, like I said, he been on the basketball team for 3 years, and he
That's
been a
dope.
fan since he was 5. Like wearing jerseys, playing games, following. When I will be watching him, like the game season just started. What you watching for?
The season just started.
We don't start watching for months. What do you even?
That's not what we do in this family. We jump in later.
I'm
Damn,
like-
baby.
So he's on it, and he definitely got me into it. So nah, it's fun. I'm into it, man.
That's
New
dope,
York
man.
Knicks, let's get it.
Hey, listen, hit the real button on my Boston Celtics. What are we doing? You're wasting time.
Congratulations.
No one deserves a
You
bigger
played
button. The
Well,
Celtics
and it's
shot
really the
25% from three again.
It's the Porzingis factor, don't you think?
No. I think it's playing the worst offense humanly imaginable. You got two guys in Tatum and Brown who really can get to the basket when they want to, it seems. And instead, they just pop threes literally 70 times a game. I saw someone say this, and I think it's true. It's borderline disrespectful to basketball, the way the Celtics play right now. They just run down the court and chuck threes. And by the way, you realize that all they have to do in both games is be slightly better than awful, and they would have had enough to beat the Knicks.
I mean, they were up by 20 though.
Apparently, they need to be up by 25. They needed 2 more threes.
Well, I think what Cass is saying is you
They're
can't.
losing by 1 possession.
Right,
They're
like-
losing by 1 possession,
Yeah, but-
and they're playing terrible.
Well, yes, they're
Yeah,
playing
but-
terrible, but the Knicks are also
Playing well.
recovering and playing
Yeah, it's
very well for the Knicks.
I'm not taking it away from them. I'm not. The Knicks have been great. They deserve all the love they're getting. I'm just saying, what kind of ball are you playing, guys? 25% from
What
three.
part of the game is this?
What part of the game is that? They just keep chucking no matter what. By the way, just
never
you know, I
seen
was at
nothing
a,
like this before.
I never seen anything like this before. I was at a viewing, a hangout with Static Selecta, our friend Jeff Sanchez, some lovely people hanging out. Shouts to Riggs Morales who came through, brought me a beautiful gift for Maya that was amazing. We were hanging out. I'm watching the game. It gets to 20, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well." I said to the guy next to me, I'm like, 20 isn't anything. It's the NBA in 2025. If you're not up at least 30. 20 today, Ebro, is what when we were kids. I swear to God, like
10.
10?
It might
10,
be 8.
yeah.
It's nothing. It's not. Being up 20 is nothing, especially if you keep just chucking up threes. Every
Being up
possession.
being up 20, and if you're chucking threes, the other team is, getting boards and coming back down, hitting threes, getting and ones, and right back in the game.
And give credit to the Knicks too, because they at no point did the moment feel big for them. They played loose again yesterday. They were just very loose and comfortable. And
because for the Knicks yesterday, they're already up. They're already up a game, so they already stole a game in Boston. Now they stole 2 in Boston. So listen. I said earlier this morning, the only thing that bodes well for the Celtics right now is the fact that they have been phenomenal on the road all season. And they're coming into the Garden where, they swept the Knicks. That's the feather in their cap right now. Because it isn't
a great road team.
It isn't their style of play and their execution so far. So hopefully the Knicks get another one. And, man, then Shaunie. I don't know how Shaunie's going to act. Yo, congratulations. You played yourself to the people who have been drunk in the streets, passed out, and getting arrested.
Congratulations.
You can't get arrested.
You can't get arrested, guys. Can you pace yourself? Can we get
Relax.
Can we get out of the series?
Be easy.
Yo, chillax, guys. It's a long way to go. But hit the Celtics with the button. They're garbage right now.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Laura, what you got going today?
Oh, man, I hate to do this, but... So, Bobby Schmurda has the Bobby Schmurda Still Alive tour.
Okay.
So he went on Instagram and said, hey, to all my fans, I apologize for the tour being canceled. I take full responsibility. I'm going through these lawsuits with these guys. And he's adding these people. Philip Steingel, who works at Halo Touring, and adding everyone on Instagram. He says, I knew better than to do business with, let this be a lesson, with owners and blaming, right? So, because he added these people, they came back and were like, yeah, Bobby Schmurda's tour was canceled because the ticket sales were so low that he only sold an average of just 10 tickets per city.
That's not enough. It's not enough.
She said, let's be clear. The tour was canceled because of average ticket sales across markets were about up to 10 per city. That's not viable under any circumstances, no matter the artist or budget. And they start going on and on. Man, when I saw
So what
this,
you're saying is Bobby Shmurda could have kept his mouth shut. This could have went away and nobody would have known all this, is what you're saying.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Yeah.
Just delete it and act like nothing.
Especially because it looks like Bobby makes good money just sort of being on social media and being a guy. I don't know that he needed this tour situation. And if it didn't work, you might as well just have it go away.
That's it. Stop blaming anybody. Don't explain anything. Just refund those 10 people, and that's it.
Oh,
That's
Lord, that was nasty. Yo, hit the button, Lord.
Hey, well,